Hello aspirants, a very good afternoon to all of you. Jai Jagannath. So WA mains ପାଇଁ ଏଇଟା 6th session ଯୋଉଥିରେ ଆମେ ପ୍ରେସି ରାଇଟିଂ ର କିଛି ପ୍ରେସି ମୁଁ ତମମାନଙ୍କ ସହିତ ଡିସ୍କସ୍ କରିବି। ସିଲେକ୍ଟେଡ୍ ପ୍ରେସି ଅଛି ମୋ ବୁକ୍ସ ରୁ ଆଣିଛି ଆଣ୍ଡ ୟାର PDF ବି ସେୟାର କରିଦେବି ତମମାନଙ୍କ ସହିତ। ଦ ଚ୍ୟାନେଲ WA mains 2021 କହିକି ତମମାନେ ସର୍ଚ୍ଚ କରିପାରିବ ଟେଲିଗ୍ରାମ ରେ। ଇଭେନ୍ ଦ ଲିଙ୍କ has been shared and ୟାର PDF ର ଲିଙ୍କ ବି ମୁଁ ଡେସ୍କ୍ରିପ୍ସନ ରେ ସେୟାର କରିଦେବି। ସୋ ପ୍ରେସି ରାଇଟିଂ ର ଯୋଉ ଟେକ୍ନିକ ଟା ଦ ଫର୍ମାଟ how to write a good preci that I already have shared यार previous session थिला जो तो माने देखिनो आई बटन ने क्लिक करके तो माने देखि परिबो समस्त सीटा को एंड चलो स्टार्ट करिबा जो 8-10 टा प्रेसी मो रखी छी से गुडा किछि मो तम मान के साथ डिस्कस करी फाइन। तो जस्ट अ सेकंड ओके आई होप समस्त को स्क्रीन रे विजिबल अछि प्रेसी राइटिंग यस ओके। सो स्टार्ट करिबा गोटे फर्स्ट प्रेसी तम मान को स्क्रीन रे पैसेज टे अछि तम मान को सामने रे एंड तापर हमको प्रेसी लिखिबार अछि एंड प्रेसी भी लिखाइ छै ता हम डिस्कस करिबा। सो मु निहाती कहबी आगो सेटा देखि देबो देले भलो आईडिया आबो से पूर्व वीडियो रा 5 मिनिट रो वीडियो अछि सेटा निहाती देखो एंड so कौन देसी make a précis of following passages. The précis should be as far as possible in your own words. Suggest a suitable title for your précis. निजो précis ऐसे précis रो निजो टाइटल दिया और निजो वर्ड रो लिखियो को चेष्टा करो। कौन देसी when our childhood has fallen behind us and taken on some of the glamour of distance, we often ransack our memories in order to call up to our mind's eye the picture of the children we were. Then we are surprised to discover how little we remember of our earliest days. They have gone forever and seemingly have left nothing behind them. All is lost in haste and no definite image rewards our efforts made to recapture the incident of infancy. So childhood विषय रे कहूची glamour of distance से विषय रे कहूची तो some, however, can recall more than others. One may remember something that happened when he was only a child of 2, while another may find his memory blank, a clean sheet of a paper as far as anything is concerned, which befell him before he was 5. Yet, perhaps as regard things generally, the memory of the latter may be stronger than that of a former. It is only in regard to the early childhood that the first man's memory is stronger. Okay, the account for these variations is not easy. There are so many factors to be taken into account. Nature and circumstances have to be considered. One may be markedly introspective, unconsciously looking into himself from his earliest days. Another may have had an incident which could not fail to impress itself on his memory. Again, one man may remember earlier events because his memory is a visual one, while another looks not so far back because his memory is more of the mind, and a child's mind is of slower development than his sight. So it memory childhood memory विषय कहूची and जार हेडिंग भी दिया जाउची कोन memory of childhood, because childhood time रे जहाँ जा एज और child केमती रिमेंबर कर से जिनस को से विषय रे ए पैसेज रे देइछ डिटेल रे राइट। मेन पॉइंट ऑफ द पैसेज आर टू बी नोटेड डाउन एज फॉलोस। ओडेटा टिप्स दिया छी वी रिमेंबर लिटिल ऑफ आवर अर्लियर डेज, द मेमोरी ऑफ सम एक्सटेंड्स फार्दर बैक than that of others. Variations in the memory childhood are due to the person's nature and early circumstances. Use these points to write the précis. Leave aside अनइम्पोर्टेंट एंड सुपरफ्लॉज एटा तुमन को देई नथिबो केबे भी एग्जाम रे एटा बुक रे देइची बोली एटा तुमको आईडिया दोसी केमतिया तुमने लिखि पारे। तो यार प्रेसी कोन लिखाइ देखो एति की जगह रे यार प्रेसी एंड प्रेसी डाल प्रेसी रे भी वर्ड दिया थिबो वर्ड लिमिट थिबो एंड प्रेसी भलो स्कोर तुमने करि पारियो जदी टू द पॉइंट है कि लिखि पारलो तो ओके। टाइटल देलो मेमोरी ऑफ चाइल्डहुड या तो इन्वर्टेड कॉमा भीतर रखो नाले ताको अंडरलाइन करो। आफ्टर सम इयर्स, if we look back to our earliest days of childhood, we would find that we remember very little. First passage is in the memories of some, however, can go back farther than that of others. It is not necessarily the stronger memory that does it. It is the nature of man and his circumstances that determine the context, the extent of his memory. A man with visual memory may have better memory than others. Can you see? तीनटा पैसेज रे हमको जो जिनस गुड़ा देइतिला चाइल्डहुड कथा देइतिला मेमोरी केमिति स्ट्रांग केमिति नहीं आ मेमोरीटा का ऊपर डिपेंड करछि नेचर और सर्कमस्टांसेस विषय से सब कनेक्ट करिकी एई चारि लाइन रे कंप्लीट हला प्रिसी राइटिंग अब बड प्रिसी तमे लिखि परन प्रिसीटा इट शुड बी प्रिसाइज इट शुड बी ब्रीफ इट शुड बी टू द पॉइंट जोटा म तमन को शेयर करथिली तो एटा गोटे प्रिसी थिला तापरे आ गोटे प्रिसी अछि जोटा मु चाहिबी पढियो पई देल मु दी तीनटा करे दउछि बाकी त माने पीडीएफ पढि नबो जहाँ डाउट रहिबो पछन नबो त माने मेक अ प्रिसी ऑफ द फॉलोइंग प्रिसी द प्रिसी शुड बी एज फार एज इन सेम सुइटेबल टाइटल दबार अछि इट इज पॉसिबल टू स्कोर गोल्स and lose the game. It is possible to win battles and lose the campaign. It is possible to make money and miss a fortune. The short-sighted man suffers no matter where he is found. He may see some things with excessive clarity, but he fails to get the true perspective which will enable him to arrive at wise conclusion. He gains one thing, but he loses something better. You know? So it's about the short-sighted man जे suffer होची right ता विषय कौन दी चैप्टर की this is a very common error the student makes it when he forgets the life goal in thinking of the medal or the scholarship the saint forgets it when he thinks of today and forgets the greater tomorrow the businessman misses his way when he chooses a present gain and forfeits 10 times as much in the future. The youth makes such a mistake when he marries a good looks and forgets the character which will be necessary to command his respect for 40 years to come. So these are the things which very very interesting thing is here and এটা बहुत ही बड़ा इशू एबे टाइम रा मत लागुची शॉर्ट साइटेडनेस हे जाउछु हमें प्रेजेंट रो किछि जिंस पई फ्यूचर को पूरा एबे टिके अर्न कर दो पैसा सर अर्निंग है ना एटा सबटु बड़ इशू यूथ मान को भीतर सर पढ़े भी अर्न करी भी बट पूरा टाइम ना पढ़ा को दे परछ ना पूरा टाइम काम को दे परछ man was made to think and unless he uses his brain he will stumble into no end of unseen morasses right there is a future and it can't be evaded and when it is reached it cannot be changed for we are just deciding what it shall be. We are our own destiny makers. It is well to face the future with care and caution. Very interesting passage is here and etu ame kon dekhiba how to make the preci learn through the following example dekha heading de daba disadvantage of short sightedness heading diya gala main points passage ro kon rahiba darkar je winning and losing game money are possible in life of every day a man who suffers from short sightedness sees only the immediate gain with clarity but loses something better and greater in the future. The student who cares more for the medal than the goal of life, the saint who thinks of the present and not the glorious future, the businessman who for an immediate gain forgoes greater future gain, and the youth who marries a woman of good looks rather than the character, all are the victims of this grave error. Our future lies in our own hands. We are our own destiny makers. We should face the future with care and caution. Now use these points you can use kara dekho disadvantages of short sightedness title go to suitable title delo winning and losing game or money are part of life. Can you see gote line le se tini charta line ko ekathare a short sighted person loses the greater future gain for an immediate small gain. The student misses his life goal for the medal or scholarship. The saint ignoring future bliss for the present achievement. The businessman foregoing a larger future fortune for a present trifle gain. And the youth marrying a good-looking girl rather than one of character. All reflect short-sightedness of the perspective fellows. We are the architect of our future. देखो own destiny maker word को change करके architect of our future. Therefore of our destiny we should face it warily and carefully. So this is something तमाने देखि पारथो केमते पैसेज रु प्रिसी लेखा होची राइट एमती मो आउ गोटे प्रिसी देछि जोटा तुम माने पढ़ी पारिबो आ यार टाइटलटा अछि द पावर ऑफ एंथुसियाज्म से बेले फोर्थ गोटे अछि एटार टाइटल अछि द पीपल एंड द गवर्नमेंट राइट सो दिस यू कैन रीड एंड मेक योर ओन पॉइंट्स निजे भी बनेवा को चेष्टा करिवो मु वीडियो को बेसी बड़ा बनेवा को चाहिबिनी आ गोटे प्रिसी मु रीड कर देवा को चाहिबी हां नॉलेज वर्सेस विजडम एटा गोटे बढ़ियाटा बड़टे अछि बट although our age far surpasses all previous ages in knowledge, yet there has been no correlative increase in wisdom. The agreement between the two sieges as soon as we attempt to define wisdom and consider means of promoting it. I want to ask first what wisdom is and then what can be done to teach it. There are, I think, several factors that contribute to wisdom. Of these, I should put the first a sense of proportion, the capacity to take account of all the important factors in a problem and attach to each its due weight. This has become more difficult than it used to be, owing to the extent and complexity of the specialized knowledge required of various kinds of techniques. देख जितेबाला तुम मैंने पेसिस को पढ़ टे माइंडफुली पूरा थोरोली टे पढ़ सो दैट तुम मेन मेन पॉइंट को पिक कर पार आउ मार्क भी करनब टे सो दैट इट विल बी सपोज फॉर एग्जांपल दैट यू आर एंगेज्ड इन रिसर्च इन साइंटिफिक मेडिसिन द वर्क is difficult and is likely to absorb the whole of your intellectual energy. You have not time to consider the effect which your discoveries or invention may have outside the field of medicine. You succeed, let us say, as modern medicine has succeeded in enormously lowering the infant death rate not only in Europe and America but also in Asia and Africa. This is the entirely unintended result of making the food supply inadequate and lowering the standard of life in the most populous parts of the world. To take an even more spectacular example, which is in everybody's mind at the present time, you study the composition of the atom from a disinterested desire for knowledge and incidentally place in the hands of the powerful lunatics the meaning of destroying the human race. In such ways, the pursuit of knowledge may become harmful unless it is combined with wisdom. Can you see? And wisdom in the sense of comprehensive vision, it is not necessarily present in specialist in the pursuit of knowledge. Comprehensiveness alone, however, is not enough to constitute wisdom. There must be also a certain awareness of the ends of human life. This may be illustrated by the study of history. Many eminent historians have done more harm than good because they viewed facts through the distorting medium of their own passions. Hegel had a philosophy of history which did not suffer from a lack of comprehensiveness, since it started from the earliest time and continued into an indefinite future. But the chief lesson of history which he sought to inculcate was that from the AD 400 down to his own time, Germany had been the most important nation and the standard bearer of progress in the world. Perhaps one could stretch the comprehensiveness that constitutes wisdom to include not only intellect but also feeling. It is by no means uncommon to find men whose knowledge is wide but whose feelings are narrow. Such men lack what I am calling wisdom. So एटी wisdom और knowledge विषय लिखी तो यार प्रेसीटा को टिके हमें देखिए कौन लिखी our age is देखो रहिला knowledge versus wisdom heading टा रहिला our age is far ahead of previous ages in matter of knowledge, but not so in case of wisdom. Wisdom means a sense of proportion. It further means to analyze a problem in the light of all the related factors. Comprehensiveness itself does not mean the wisdom. Technical knowledge but about medicines and atomic energy does not bother about the far-reaching consequences of its use. So there should be wisdom to control and guide the use of knowledge. Besides comprehensiveness, wisdom includes the awareness about the ends of our lives, the study of history well through the third paragraph रे हमको history विषय देला well through light of this point. Some students deserted the facts of history because of their personal passion and interest. Indifferently pursuing for acquiring knowledge may result in its misuse if used by a man having no wisdom. So, man with wide knowledge but no feelings is a man without wisdom. So, the last line, can you see? So these are the things you have to keep in mind while writing in Precis. ଯେତେବେଳେ Precis ଲେଖୁଛ to the ମାନେ direct passage ଟାକୁ ଆଣିକି ଲେଖିଦେବାର ନାହିଁ. You have to understand the passage and you have to write it on your own words, right? ସେଇଭଳିଆ ଏଠି ଦେଇଛି ଗୋଟେ 200 ୱାର୍ଡର Precis ଲେଖିବା ପାଇଁ. ତ 200 ୱାର୍ଡର Precis ମାନେ ଟିକେ ପଢ଼. ତ ତମେ ଦେଖ Precis ଗୁଡ଼ାକୁ ପଢ଼ ଠିକ ସେ and ଜଣାଅ କେମିତି ରହିଲା. So it's a section all about Precis writing. Precis writing केमती करिवार अछि ता विषय गोटे वीडियो जाइतला एंड ए वीडियो रे मु बाकी मु Precis भी डिस्कस करे देली 15 मिनिट्स रो वीडियो रहला एंड आई थिंक तमन को वीडियो टा बहुत हेल्पफुल हबो. जदि वीडियो हेल्पफुल लागि छि ताले नियति निज संग मान को सहित शेयर करो एंड नेक्स्ट सेशन को नेक्स्ट चैप्टर कोन चाहूचो टू लेट मी नो. थैंक यू वेरी मच फॉर वाचिंग. देखा नेक्स्ट क्लास रे. जय जगन्नाथ.